So x to the power of 3 y squared is equal to the cosine of pi y. So the first step here to do is to differentiate both sides. So u here would be x to the power of 3. U prime is equal to 3x squared. V is equal to y squared. And v prime, because we're using the chain rule and we're differentiating with respect to x, it would be 2y dy dx. And here for on the right side, you know that the cosine of g prime is equal to g prime times minus sine g. So therefore, the cosine of pi y prime would be equal to pi dy dx times minus sine pi y. So now we can write that. So now let's do this quickly. U prime b times v prime u. So 3x squared y squared plus v prime u would be 2x to the power of 3y dy over dx equals 2 minus pi dy dx sine pi y. So now we have this expression, and now we can substitute at the point at minus 1 and positive 1. So it would be minus 1 and 1, and now we substitute x equals minus 1 and y is equal to 1. So now we can write that 3 times 1 squared times 3 times minus 1 squared times 1 plus 2 minus 1 to the power of 3 times 1 times dy over dx is equal to minus pi dy over dx times sine, and pi times y, which would just be sine pi times sine pi. Okay, let's clean this up. Times sine of pi times 1. So now we can clean this up. So this would be 3 times 1 times 1, which is 3, plus minus 1 to the power of 3 would be minus 1. So plus minus 2 dy over dx is equal to, and then sine of pi. So you should know this from the unit circle and all that stuff. But if you don't, sine of pi is equal to 0. So we can substitute this whole expression just 0, because obviously anything times 0 equals to 0. So this is equal to 0. So now let's rearrange the equation. So 2 dy dx is equal to 3. Therefore, dy by dx at point -1, +1 is equal to 3 over 2.